Hi everyone! Today we'll go through how to upload your art to TeePublic, which is another print-on-demand site like Redbubble and Society6. Before we start, as a disclaimer, I want to mention that this is kind of like the previous Designed by Humans video. I just started my TeePublic shop recently and I've only made 2 sales so far. So I don't have advice on what kind of designs sell or what type of artist this would be a good site for. But the reason I wanted to show you this site specifically is that it has the easiest and fastest upload process of any POD site I've tried before. So this is for anyone who's complained about Society6 upload not working or Redbubble upload being slow. It does have some disadvantages too, but we'll get to those later. Once you've made your account, hover over your account icon and click Upload a design. Or it's also under the Manage My Store section. You have 2 options, either uploading one file or using the multi-file upload. Let's go through the one file upload first and then I'll show you what the multi-file uploader does, but they're basically the same thing. So you can choose a file or drop it here. It needs to be a PNG file and at least 150 dpi resolution with a transparent background. I usually scan my art at 600 dpi or at least 300. And if you want to enable all products, like the largest wall art too, for example, the dimensions should be at least 5000 by 5500 pixels for the products they have as I'm making this video. They also have a design guide that discusses RGB and CMYK colors and other things related to their printing process, which I link below, and I'll need to check that out in more detail myself too. I usually write the titles, descriptions and keywords for each artwork in a notepad file, but you could also make an Excel sheet if you want to organize them better. The tags field is a little strange. I've only tried it in Chrome browser. I'm not sure if it works like this on every browser or why it works like this, but you can add 15 tags and when you try to add them all at once, it only shows you the ones that fit into whatever length they've determined for this field. So it cuts out some of the tags and it might cut the last tag in half. Then I'll delete the last tag that was cut off and click enter before adding the other ones. Pay attention to the last tag before you click enter so you'll know which part you got to in your list and which ones you should add next. TeePublic might alter the tags or rearrange them. Of course, you might want to start writing a tag and see the auto-filled suggestions and use those. But if you've already done your keyword research and listed the tags you want to use, it's faster to just copy-paste them here. Although different POD sites do have different guidelines for tagging, so you might need to alter them anyway. If you're uploading fan art to the official fan art program TeePublic has, you need to use the tags that are listed for that brand. But I'm thinking of making another video about fan art on POD sites, so I won't go more into it here. You also need to give a main tag that the customer would search for to find your design. I'm not sure if the suggestions are tags that other designers have used or if they're ones that customers search for. TeePublic does have a video about choosing tags, so I link that below. Basically, they're saying that you can use something funny or creative for the title, but make the tags descriptive because they weigh more in search than the title and description. And the main tag should not be too specific. It should be what the customer would actually search for. Tags should be about the content and style of the design, so nothing too general like just art or illustration. Now on to the products. You don't necessarily need to do much here, since the placement of the art on the products is usually good already, which can make this a really fast process. But you do need to select the default color. If you select a color that almost all shirts have, like black, then you don't need to click all of them individually. If you want to change the placement on the shirt, you can use the scale, and the tools let you align it to the top and center. All the colors are pre-selected. If you have a light design, you can select all dark shirt colors with one button and vice versa for a dark design on light backgrounds. Or you can deselect all colors and only select the ones you want, or even keep all of them selected. If you have a darker design with a white outline, it might work on almost any color. You only need to select the shirt colors once and it will apply to all the shirts, although not all colors will be offered on every type of product. But either way, this is a lot faster compared to designed by humans, where you need to do this type of color selection for each shirt type. From the other products, I usually change the placement of the design on phone cases and pillows. So I make them fit into the product rather than fill the whole space. The background color for these items is the same color you chose as the default color for the shirts, but you can change it for individual products if you want. Other interesting product types in the uploader are stickers and magnets. You know how in Redbubble you might have a white version of the design for most products, but then you need to upload a black version for the sticker, since the white outlines of the sticker just don't work for a white design. TeePublic has solved this problem by giving you an option to add an outline or a background of any color you want. This way you don't have to upload a different version of the design for stickers or magnets, and in fact you can't because they don't let you upload multiple files into one listing. If you don't need the outlines though, you can remove them and just use the die cut design only option, or a rectangle if neither of those looks good. For the magnet, you also have a circle option. The bad news is, as I said before, you can't upload two versions of the same art for the same listing, like one with a background and one without, or one with just the image itself and one as a pattern for different items like you can in some other POD sites. So, if you want to do that, you need to make two individual listings and then enable different products for each of them. Then you need to check the box saying that you've read the terms of service, saying, for example, that you're at least 16 years old and that you own the copyright to the content or have permission to use it, and then you can either publish right away or save for later. Now let's look at the multi-file uploader. I was hoping this means another version of the uploader where you could add different versions of the design for the same listing, but it's not. It just means that you can upload multiple designs at once and then they'll be in a queue and you can go through adding the info and editing the placement and colors for each design one by one. So you don't need to find and upload the next file after you're done with one listing, you can just upload them all at once. And that's another way to make the upload process a little faster. I will say the TeePublic uploader loads and processes files so fast compared to Society6 and Redbubble, so it's more pleasant to use in that regard, especially if you have to fight with those other sites and try to upload the same thing multiple times trying to figure out what's wrong with the file. Also, I don't think a lot of other POD sites offer magnets and pins. I know Sazzle does, but many of the others don't. After you publish the listing, it will be discounted for 48 hours to boost the initial sales. I had one design sell about 24 hours after publishing with no marketing of my own. It also means that your profit is cut in half though, at least for the t-shirts. If you're worried about your art being stolen, TeePublic also has this tool to find duplicates. So go to your account, then image security and art protection. You can select one of your designs and then click update results, and it will crawl other POD sites to try and find duplicates of your art, and if it finds them, it will list the sites and you can click them open and check the links. If it's your own account on another site, just click this is me, and if it isn't, they give you an option to say it's not your art or to contact the site the art is on. I'm not sure what happens if you click that button. In your account, you can also choose if you want a watermark on your designs or not. And there's just one watermark option, a pattern of the TeePublic logo, so it's not your own account name. For more POD tips, click on the playlist on the screen. Thanks for watching, bye!